What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning sparring rumors and facts, okay? Now, a lot of people talk about sparring. A lot of people talk, and I love sparring because sparring is the blueprint of what you're going to do in the ring on the day. Whenever you get in the ring, you have to spar to be prepared. Some people do, right? The smart ones. The ones that are successful, you spar to prepare yourself for certain punches. That's why you have certain fighters to emulate another fighter so you can be prepared for that fighter, okay? And Andy Ruiz was no exception. We all know the classic two fights that Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz had last year in 2019, but what we do not know was Andy Ruiz, before getting blessed with two fights of a lifetime, he was actually a sparring partner for Anthony Joshua. That's right. Andy Ruiz was on that list of guys they wanted to call in to prepare Anthony Joshua for Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller had talked himself into the jackpot and was on his way to fight Anthony Joshua in America, Madison Square Garden. The stakes were high. The beef was up because none of these guys liked each other, and they needed somebody with some fast hands along with that type of body style to emulate Jarrell Miller, because Jarrell Miller at the time, we don't know what he's like these days because he hasn't fought in damn near 2 years, but he was known for a pretty quick fighter, but he was a volume puncher, and they had to find somebody that fought like Jarrell Miller. Well, they called on Andy Ruiz, and Andy Ruiz was on that list, and Andy Ruiz was like, hey, I'm all for it. I'll spar with him, just let me know the dates, because he had just finished his fight, right? And he just finished his fight, so he was ready to make some more money because he needed the cheese, he needed the cash, okay? So he was on board to spar Anthony Joshua. Now, of course, the Jarrell Miller fight fell through and all this good stuff, but when that happened, Andy Ruiz had seen this as an opportunity, like he says, blessed by God, to fight Anthony Joshua. So he blew Anthony Joshua's manager's phone up with emails and begging for the opportunity. Eddie Hearn took a look at this guy and, again, it was like, yeah, let's do it. This is Andy Ruiz. He has one loss. He has a good record. He has fast hands. Of course I guess they knew enough about him to want to fight him, but I don't think they anticipated what his capabilities were when he got in the ring with Anthony Joshua in the first fight. So it's just crazy on how things turn, and it just shows you the desperation of Andy Ruiz. We knew he was desperate for a fight, but for a sparring partner, think about it. This guy was willing to spar. Now, sparring, I don't know what they get. They get a nice little lengthy salary a week, okay? Because, back in the day, $400 or $500 was pretty good back in the day. But this isn't back in the day, okay? So they get much more than that. So they need that money to keep them going. Andy Ruiz needed money. And anybody that he just finishes a fight successfully and still looking around for money is in desperate need of money. Okay, so it just shows you that Andy Ruiz, was going to be a sparring partner and end up being the next unified heavyweight champion of the world. Wow. And it's crazy that things that people don't know of, and people don't know about humble beginnings and things that people were willing to do, without really in a few weeks knowing that their life would change. And Andy Ruiz's life did change. Now, what did he do when he got that belt? That's a totally different issue. But for the time being, he was a guy that was going to spar Anthony Joshua to prepare him. He was going to be another Joey DeWaco, in preparation of Jarrell Miller. So it's one of those things, man. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.